100% village idiot.
Oh, nice.
I literally said that in my eval,
What's your eval?
my work eval.
What's that?
Where
Really?
Every year.
I've
Evaluation.
Yeah.
I've
give
literally
you,
never heard anybody call it that.
They-
The work eval?
Yeah, I've literally never heard
They
anybody
give
say
you
that.
an annual evaluation of
Yeah.
the past year.
Yeah, my company doesn't do that, but I know many companies do.
I gave it's ranked 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. I gave myself 2s across the board to prove a point.
Listen. And that, folks, is how.
Met your mother.
Whoa.
How I Met
We are not sponsored.
Nope.
Okay, here's my actual intro because that was just stupid.
Agreed. It was just stupid.
Cicada 3301. What a confusing topic and very mysterious. We will get into it and we won't learn anything.
We could all be riding on dinosaurs instead of using cars, but the Smithsonian said no.
Sometimes you go on a walk with your family and you find dead people. All right, welcome back to another episode of Tinfoil Testament. I'm here with Jeremy.
We are still
Three friends.
in a four-sided room.
Three
four-sided
friends
room.
sitting in a hot tub 5 feet apart because we're not gay.
It's been a while since you've done that one.
I don't know. Since the first episode.
Second episode. You
Second
did you said
episode.
like 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got quite a lineup for you guys. Cicada, what? 3301?
Cicada 3301. Yes, sir.
When's 3302 coming out?
17 years when they hatch again.
Yeah, 17 years.
We've gone through 3,301 cycles. Wow.
Yeah.
I do have to give a quick disclaimer. If you don't like the unalived people, and if you're a small child, ask your parents if you can watch or listen to this. And yeah. Also, sorry to our former guest, Tyler. He does not like cicadas, so he may want to turn this off.
Disclaimer: we're not actually talking about cicadas.
I had my notes pulled up here and then I exited out of it. So now I don't have my notes anymore. So
For context, Andrew just came in from the field, from the hunting fields. Did you get anything? You got to tell him the story of how you set traps and the animals stole his traps.
No, because a lot of people don't like trapping. So
Yeah, because it's lame.
Well, the animal outsmarted you. You just took them.
they think trapping's extremely cruel, but they don't really know anything. So boom, roasted.
What happens if you go out next time and you see that they've set a trap for you? Like it's hanging on a tree limb.
Yeah, like every jungle movie ever. And then the native tribe comes out and screams and poking you with sticks. And
No, I'm telling you that raccoon's just going to have a vendetta against you.
like a bunch of Ewoks running around.
Sure. Boudini. That's the sand crawler people.
Yeah.
I know my Star Wars.
I don't.
Boudini. You really don't? If I played the soundbite for you, you would know.
Probably.
I'm surprised you don't know.
I'm not a big Star Wars person.
Mm.
Like I've seen the movies, but
But you know what you are?
That guy. There's like
Expedition 33 person.
I am an Expedition 33 person. You're right.
No.
All right, I think we need to jump into
Man,
this.
we're so low in...
Dude, this energy is not here.
we're so
You-
low
are
in
are you
energy.
Tony Stark today? Are you toning it back?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Oh, man.
Let me get something to bring our...
I even had a little bit of caffeine before I got here. Not much. Just a little...
Anybody remember
Microdose.
NCS?
Is that the...
Non-copyright sounds.
NCS, Nintendo Capri Sun?
No, it's like music that you can use anywhere.
Yeah.
Not in Antarctica.
No, it did not. Global warming is not real.
You can't
Bill
use
Gates.
You can't use it in Antarctica because you can't go to Antarctica.
It's not real.
That's right.
Just like the moon.
You know what I heard about? This is
Do you know what the word
this
is?
isn't Antarctica, but it's the opposite. Greenland. Greenland's been heavy on the news lately.
Yeah.
You know what I've heard about Greenland? We're going to own it one day. Is that where you're going
Dream
with this?
big or go
No,
home.
I'm not going with that.
Good.
My
because-
dad sent me a video the other day
Of course he did.
of a guy explaining that there's a crashed UFO in Greenland.
That's why we want it.
Yeah.
And he said to you, Andrew, there's a UFO. I got to go.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
And the guy was explaining that there's a force field around it, and
Is that why it's mostly ice?
well, no, but it's like a 200-mile long force field that nobody can penetrate through planes, and the object is like 5 miles wide or 10 miles wide, something like that, and like 20 miles long or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he says that's where all of our technology has come from. And
Is Greenland bigger than Alaska?
I don't know. I've heard that it's
I know it's
actually
huge.
really. I've heard that it's smaller compared to what's on the map.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Our map, like, I'm not even going to go into that.
Say here.
I'm not even going to go into it. That's
No,
for,
go into the map.
No, that's for a whole episode, man.
Yeah, Map Man.
Because our map is messed up.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So I don't know the actual size of Greenland.
Look it up.
Here, I got you.
Okay, you look up Greenland, I'll look up Alaska.
Okay. It says 2.16 million square kilometers. Oh,
Okay.
my goodness. So basically 836,000, give or take, miles.
836,000 square miles.
800?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alaska is not even close. It's 586,000.
Huh.
So 200 and something thousand.
It's ranked first. First in what? I don't know, but it's ranked first.
We're number one.
I guess biggest U.S. state.
I guess it doesn't really.
I want a ween.
It literally just says rank first.
I want a ween.
That
Okay, yeah, it's size.
the movie quote I was thinking about this morning during class.
Oh, yeah.
It was Nacho saying, "They don't think I know a lot about the gospel, but I do.
Dude, you should have said that.
I want to do duties. I want to do priestly duties." I was thinking that. I couldn't get it out of my head.
What does the other guy say to Encarnacion? Let us talk about holy things. Or something
us-
like that.
Go and let us talk about holy things. And he licks his hand and
Dude,
Goes
that is
in
such a... If I could send a movie to aliens,
dude.
that would be one of the 5.
Napoleon Dynamite has to be one too.
That's up there.
So we
That's up
give them
there.
2 stupid movies.
Comedy, man.
We'll give them a National Geographic with David Bourne.
No. Well,
David
maybe.
Bourdain. David, what's his name? David Bourne, right? The English guy.
The
I
dead
think
guy?
David Bourne's the magician.
The dead dude? The chef? Cook?
No,
travel guy?
no, the guy that narrates all the National Geographic stuff.
We have a white whale here.
Yeah, the British
I
guy.
have no idea.
Let's find out.
Anyway.
And you need to send the, not the day after tomorrow. What's that stupid movie?
2012.
No,
Sir
no,
David
no.
Attenborough.
David Attenborough, yeah.
I can't. The movie name. The one where the aliens come and we defeat them.
Mars Attacks.
Day after
Not day after tomorrow. Like that's
Independence Day.
no, not Independence Day.
That is what it is.
No,
Battle
no.
LA?
No, it's not. It's a
we
remake.
we do need to send them Independence Day though.
It's a
Be
remake.
like, you want to fight us? This is what will happen to you.
It's a remake. Independence Day is also one of those to show them we'll beat you.
Yeah.
So they don't come fight us because look, we beat you.
We want to know if you're there, but don't really come over here.
Yeah. We'll be like, oh yeah, we're gonna almost lose, but at the end, we'll
I
get
can't
you.
think of the name.
We'll
but
kill
it's
ourselves
It's a
to kill
remake
you.
of an old movie. Not just.
Nah, I don't know if I'd send them a Nat Geo. Because
Why
then
not?
they would know what's here.
boy, they're aliens. If they're coming from outer space, they already know what's here.
Maybe.
Send them.
I'll send the tweakers after them.
Send them. Send them an
Florida man.
episode. Send an episode of the Crocodile Hunter, so they'll see we're crazy.
Yeah.
These guys. Steve Irwin.
So much-
Crikey. Look at the size of him. Oh, sorry, Tyler, if you're listening. Sorry. Speaking of Nat Geo,
Speaking of Nat Geo,
cicadas, but not in the literal sense of a cicada.
Cicada 3301, man.
3,301.
So what is Cicada 3301? Apparently,
It's a lot of things to a lot of people.
it is an extremely popular topic.
Yes.
One video I looked up to do research on YouTube had 40 million views.
Woo.
That was just one.
That must mean it's true.
Yeah, so the odds of whoever's listening to this already knows about Cicada 3301. Odds are.
A lot of people think it's like a test to get into the CIA or, you know, some government entity or Illuminati or something like that.
Correct.
And yes, I emphasize Illuminati.
So, Jeremy, I've been holding out on you. You've been wanting to listen to this.
because I don't know anything, and I've intentionally. War of the Worlds. That's the one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we should have lost that one. But we had, what's his name? He's old, but he looks young.
Your dad?
Oh, thank you. No,
The actor.
Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
There you go. He's like 65.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro, he looks good for 65. I'm just saying.
That's wild.
Anywho,
Sorry, I had to figure it out because like this is gonna bug me.
Yeah, I saw you sitting over there quiet.
just tapping away.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Cicada.
Anyway.
I'm
Anywho.
locked in.
Anyway. So January 2012, the year the world ended.
Dude, that's the year I graduated.
Wow.
I'm older than you.
The
Dude.
year the world ended. 2012.
Andrew
Was-
was just like getting into kindergarten in 2012.
So January 4th, 2012, a mysterious image was posted.
As you can see, he needed to stay in kindergarten.
A mysterious image was posted on the all-important website 4chan.
4chan.
4chan. And it was anonymous.
They always are.
Always.
Always.
But it had the message on the image saying, "We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test."
This 4chan post.
Yep.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. But it appeared simple at first, and it contained hidden steganographic
Steganographic.
Stegosauruses.
steganographic data that pointed to further clues.
Stenography.
C. So the participants discovered hidden messages in the image, leading to URLs and telephone numbers and eventually to GPS coordinates around the world. So it ended up being literally a bottleneck, right? Anybody and everybody that could figure this one image out led to another clue, led to another clue. And eventually they wanted it to just be people that could afford to go to these places around the world, coordinates. But before I get into all that, but at least these global coordinates in places, I can't read, at these global coordinates in places like Paris, Warsaw, Seoul, Mexico, Russia, and the United States, physical posters with QR codes and further clues were found. Now, I'm not going to get real in depth with this because it can get extremely in depth. There's one guy that had an 1.5-hour video going detail by detail.
We're going to watch
this.
it frame by frame and analyze
Right
it
now.
Yeah.
live in
So
New York.
it was
I don't know why my brain.
live in New York.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Late night show.
Times Square.
So a lot of these clues at first, it went from image to image to image to image, and there was clues hidden in there. There was puzzles within the images. Some of the images meant something where somebody went to go somewhere. There was a certain code. I forgot the name of it, but you take the alphabet, right? Let's say
You shift the letters.
you shift the letters
Yeah.
3 down, and then
It's a cipher.
yeah, it's a cipher. That's what I was trying to think of, but it's a particular cipher I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of.
There's a bunch of them. There's like @bash cipher. There's the Roman cipher. It's probably one of those where they literally shift it.
Right. I mean, it's super simple to crack once you know what the code is. So you can have a book. One of them was a book that you had to go through on one of the pages and do that and find the next
The
clue.
Caesar cipher.
Caesar cipher. And so it goes on like that. So the second puzzle, this was in January 2013, a year later. Exactly 1 year later, another puzzle image appeared on 4chan, authenticated by a PGP signature that verified it was an official Cicada release. Are you aware of a PGP signature?
No.
No.
It's like a digital seal,
Yes.
basically.
So that it can authenticate where it comes from.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's like a cryptography thing, but for digital reasons.
Oh, it's not a Cicada specific.
No, it's
Okay, then yes, I do know what you're talking about. I thought this was like a Cicada.
it's a
specific
digital
thing.
receipt saying, "Hey, this is
Yeah.
real."
Yeah.
because I mean at that point there was a few other people that were faking it
Right.
and just
Yeah.
going along with it, trying to get attention on their own
Yeah.
pages.
Get big enough, you get copycats.
So the second set followed a similar structure. Cryptographic puzzles, book ciphers, audio clues, and more real-world elements. And one of the notable artifacts from this set is Liber Primus. Liber Primus, which means first book. And it's a text written entirely in runes containing philosophical and coded messages still largely untranslated and unresolved. Still to this day.
We'll get to work, Andrew.
I know. But it has to do with a lot of like Mayan, I believe it was Mayan ruins.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So, again, I'm moving along in this real quick because this is just a brief overview again, because I really don't want to sit here for an hour and a half explaining all this and all the details. But third puzzle, 2014 January, another year. So that
You're like one a year.
count with me now. 2012, 2013, 2014.
Hopefully
3
there's
years.
not more than one more because I can only count to 4.
Well,
Then you go 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-4-1, 4-4, like that.
41.
Does not compute.
10-1.
Do you remember the side note? Do you remember the guy that was going on Instagram and had blew up real quick? He was from like the Philippines. You know, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
No.
and you just sing numbers.
Dude.
And he was like real high pitched
No.
voice and
Wait,
no,
he's like a really skinny guy?
yeah,
Okay, I think I know.
and he would always say, "I love you."
Yes,
something
yes,
to
yes,
sing.
yes.
Yeah. My brain. So, a third official set of clues followed the same pattern, but this one remains publicly unsolved again. Unlike the earlier puzzles, the 2014 run became increasingly cryptic. So they started getting harder and harder and harder again to narrow, bottleneck the people that are solving it.
Do you think it actually is solved and they're just saying it's unsolved?
Could be. I'll get into that later on.
Because it doesn't make any sense to get harder and harder if they've already failed earlier.
No, so
Yeah.
they were.
Unless you're just putting it out there just to see if somebody at the end of it pops out
No,
or figures it.
So the winners of the puzzles each year, they get a individual message that goes along with the next cipher, the next puzzle. So those people can continue, and eventually it goes to only those people that win that can go to the next. They'll get a message at the end of solving that puzzle to go in. So it's not, at first it's a very broad stroke, and first 2 years is a very broad stroke, and then in the third year it starts really narrowing down to the point of only a select few. When I say a select few, I mean still thousands, but less than it was before. So it's not like it refreshes every time. Like the clues,
You would have to, like, if you were
the clues go back to the first, and they're all woven together.
So if let's say us three get the first message, if you were the only one to figure it out, you would be the only one to get the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just weeding out people at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. So, makes sense? Do you need me to explain anymore?
No, I get it, but it doesn't make sense with. You said nobody solved the other one.
Correct. But there's that. I'll get into it because that book still still goes with the very last puzzle, and it even talks about it, saying like that's the key. So there's a lot that's been translated and uncovered and figured out, but there's still a large amount that hasn't been. It all makes sense.
Okay.
Trust me, bro.
Okay.
So unlike the earlier puzzles, the 2014 run became increasingly cryptic, and many solvers believed the Liber Primus holds the key. But progress has been slow or stalled at this point. Now 2015. Now, no official new puzzles appeared on January 4th, 2015. And the group has remained largely silent since 2014. A PGP sign statement warning against imposters was released in April of 2017. The lack of further puzzles and the unsolved Liber Primus contribute to ongoing speculation. So
we're stuck.
yes,
Now, the Liber Primus, was this something that was compiled together?
yes,
Okay.
it was like a book,
Like the handbook or something.
that had to be translated, and that goes along with a few other images that were posted, along with like a Holy Grail that was posted also. And it said that the Liber Primus was the key.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now, and it's basic. Yeah, the way that you're describing is probably the best. It's like what we know of it written down, basically. Like our playbook of what it has done so far, or how we've solved the older stuff.
So the reason why it's called Cicada 3301 is, I believe it was the second puzzle in 2013 that this group posted the cicada. And every time that something was posted on 4chan, they wrote the message and signed it off with 3301. So it's really just called Cicada 3301 because that image of the cicada was just
Basically their
popular.
logo.
Yeah. And then they put the 3301 because it was the sign off. Now, they said the group that posted on 4chan said that they are an anonymous group, that they are fighting for freedom and for privacy across the globe, and that they do not accept any criminals or anybody that is committing crime at all. But they're trying to, promote freedom around the world. That's what they said. So a lot of people are speculating that it could be MI6, CIA, FBI.
All people who have done crimes.
Yeah. That's where that comes in. Some kind of intelligence agency, possibly from some country. Now, the QR codes that were posted all over the world, you had to go to those locations and physically sign those QR codes. So
okay.
That's another way that they bottleneck this down.
Because I was wondering, like, if I go and I take a picture when I'm in some other part of the country and just post it, then everybody can scan the thing.
Right.
Okay.
Now, there were a few people that took a video of it and said that they found it and they scanned it and whatever. But at some point, the group said that if you share any information, that you would be kicked out and you would be eliminated. And they had to solve it on their own. And there were several people that were eliminated because they started sharing things on the internet. And they would, how they eliminated you would be that they wouldn't send you any information, regardless if you solved that puzzle for that time. So they knew who you were.
That's wild.
So it was a group of hackers, basically. They knew who you were, and they knew if you shared information or collaborated with anybody else. And go ahead.
So, like, how did you come to the conclusion that they're hackers? Because personally, and there's only one caveat to this, is I would think it was somebody like Anonymous, the group, but they have done crimes.
Yeah.
Now that's based on what they think is a crime, obviously, because they think everything that they do is on the up and up, and it's for the freedom of the people.
Right. Yeah, they have one of the videos that I watched, they mentioned Anonymous, that it was people might have thought that it was Anonymous.
Oh, so they
trying to recruit for Anonymous.
Oh, okay.
But Anonymous isn't an actual group. It's just random individuals that are posing as Anonymous.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a group of people.
I know that's a whole separate thing.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a video about that, because I remember when that came out and I was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, they're going to bring down the government.
You believed them?
Yeah, well, I was a kid. I don't even know how old I was.
No excuse.
I was probably in middle school when that came out. Golly, that's crazy. But okay, so any questions that you may have, because I'm kind of at a
no, I understand.
Blank.
I understand.
Right now.
I still just think it's dumb.
Okay.
I think it's dumb
why?
because
How else would
because I didn't come up with it. So no, I just
if let's say that they are doing what they say that they are doing, and that is looking for individuals,
Right.
instead of trying to recruit people with the highest test scores out of colleges and stuff like that within cryptography or whatever else, why not find homegrown people like that? Assuming this is real. Obviously, you have to jump over that hurdle.
Well, it's definitely something.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that they are looking for people. Like it, I want it to be real. I'll say that.
I mean, it is real in the sense of
Like the things are real, but I want the organization or the people
someone
behind it to be a
someone
real
put
thing.
in the time, effort, and money to do
Right.
it, regardless of if there's actually who they're claiming to be. Somebody.
Unless you're just some super rich millionaire who's
Somebody-
like, I'm
well-
going to mess with people.
Well,
That is another theory too.
Yeah.
even if that's the case, they still have to be pretty smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a very, very sophisticated operation
Now,
because each puzzle ties in with the next.
yeah.
So they thought about all of it before they started posting.
Which is kind of why what I was asking. I understood that it's all connected like that, but it just is like if it requires doing the previous to continue, and nobody's done the previous,
Well, I
why
explained
would
that.
you continue? Was my
I
Well,
explained that.
The thing is,
bad.
they said, let's say you got it, and they tell you, well, you can't continue on anymore if you leak this.
yeah, but Andrew said nobody solved it,
Yeah,
that we
so
know
I
of.
so I explained that bad.
which is why I said, do you think people actually solved it, and they're just aren't saying they solved it?
That is a big possibility.
Because like yeah, to me it just doesn't make sense to.
Okay, so let me re-explain it because I agree with you. I did explain that bad.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying that you said. So
Don't put words in my mouth, boy.
okay.
I got to go.
So there are aspects within the first puzzle that haven't been solved. But in order to go to the next puzzle, there are a certain amount of people that had to solve some aspects of it. So it's a multi-layered puzzle. There's multiple layers to each thing, to each post.
Yeah.
And once you get to a certain point, then you can go to the next puzzle for the next year.
It's basically like a big video game where you can complete the main story, but you aren't necessarily 100%ing it.
Yeah.
So is it more like there's 10 puzzles? If you complete 7 of them, you can go to the next set that references the previous puzzles.
Well,
Is it closer to that kind of an idea?
It's sort of what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And nobody's done all of them, but maybe all of them have been solved. Just not nobody's done all of them.
I've
like
heard the theory. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I've heard the theory that the way it is set up is to find the strengths and the weaknesses of individuals. So let's say you're really good at cryptography, but you don't know diddly about like the web and PGPs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're really good over here. And it's sort of like a recruitment thing. That's where it goes back to the CIA, FBI, MI6, all that. MI6, Mission Impossible 6.
which does have some credibility to it because these organizations have done something like that in the past. Where, for example, the CIA, I believe they put a word search, out of all things,
Yes, I remember this.
in a newspaper. And those that actually solved the word search would have a job interview, and they could accept the job or not accept the job.
Yeah.
So, and that was, when was that? That was like
When newspapers were a thing.
yeah. So it was
Still
like
a while ago.
probably the 70s.
Yeah.
I imagine that sounds like a good time.
Back
frame for that.
before Indeed was a thing. But I think if you're going to go through all the trouble of it all, why not just be real at the end of the day?
Like the Liber Primus, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Liber Primus.
The thing is, yeah. Correct us down below in the comments if you know how it's pronounced.
Like that full book has not been solved publicly. Nobody knows anybody that has solved it completely. They know that there are some pages within it that has been solved. But I believe one of the last posts that Cicada 3301 posted was that it's it was the key. The Liber Primus was the key out of all the puzzles.
Are they still trying?
I'm sure there's still people.
Yeah, there's
out
still
there.
people that are trying. At least some of them. I'm sure the vast majority, 99%, have lost interest in it. But the majority of people believe that it has been solved because, like Cicada 3301 said on 4chan, nobody posts anything about it.
Yeah.
Nobody collaborate. If you do, you're out. So a lot of people are speculating that it has been solved. That's why they haven't posted on 4chan any since 2015.
They found their individuals.
Whether it was one person out of the entire world or a handful
Yeah.
that they found. So unless my theory is, this is just a stupid theory, but I'm sure a lot of people have thought about it. With it being, there was a cicada as one of the images. Maybe in a cycle like cicadas do.
That's when you get more.
That's when they get more.
Oh.
Like you have the annual cicadas, right, which come up every year. That's why it's annual. But then you have the
mega bloom.
Right. Some that come out every 17 years, some that come out every 14 years. So maybe they could be waiting 14 years from 2012 to put another post out.
So subscribe, and if it comes back, we'll be talking about it.
What if they're like 2109 and they're from 3301 and that's why?
Oh.
2109.
Yeah.
Dottleston messages.
Oh.
See, I was listening, bro.
I know. One of y'all.
I don't know what we talked about last week. The only thing I care about is plasmoids.
Boys.
Plasmoids.
My question for you guys on it is, if it was you doing it,
No, it's not me.
how would you
I'll
do
answer
it?
you.
No.
It's not me.
That's exactly what you would say if you were doing it.
It's exactly what I'd say if I was doing it. You're right.
Actually coming up with the puzzles and everything,
Yeah.
I'd stop. First one.
That's too hard. There you go.
I'm not a puzzle guy. I can't.
Dude,
I've tried.
I love puzzles.
No,
Not physical puzzles, but like.
I don't like escape rooms.
Really?
I don't.
Dude, I love that stuff.
I think escape room is fun.
But anywho, I'm getting away from anyway.
So Cicada 3301, I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, it is what it is. People like doing the puzzles and people like enjoying puzzles. I don't.
All right.
Here's
have gone
the
on a
thing.
tangent. We got to get back.
It's a Smithsonian Miss Smithsonian. Bad?
There's no question mark. It's
Bad?
a statement. It's bad. Tell us why it's bad, Jeremy. Take us away.
So Smith.
You started this.
Smith. No, I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, dang it.
Don't ruin it for me.
I thought that was real.
No. Did I sell it?
You saw the opportunity and you took it. So, the Smithsonian, bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
The museum is actually really nice.
It's bad.
Have you been there?
Yes.
We've talked about this in one of the first episodes.
Yes, I have
Did
been
we?
there.
Yeah. It was you who asked too. He was like, have you ever been there?
Dude, I'm still interested.
I went down to D.C. when I was a young teenager, and we went around a
young warthog.
few of the museums down there.
Don't they change it, like rotate it every...
Yeah, they change it pretty regularly.
Yeah. When I went, it was more about like the sciences and something about like native tribes, indigenous tribes.
How ironic.
Is
I'll
that
be
what you're
honest.
talking about?
Part of it, yes.
Oh no.
I'll be honest. We went to a couple different museums, and so there was multiple different.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah. So I don't know. I know we went to the aeronautics
Yeah. I
with
went
the
to
space
Yeah.
shuttles and planes.
I went to
and
the
stuff like that.
aeronautics, but I don't remember anything about it. The one thing I remember about our trip to the Smithsonian is that my uncle threw his knife in the bushes.
That's right, because he couldn't go in, and then he went out and got it back.
That's nice.
That's the only thing I remember about
Yeah.
that trip. And then we went to the McDonald's that was nearby or in it or something, and it was like this was back when you had the $1 McChickens.
Yeah.
And it was like $7 for McChicken. It was ridiculous.
Oh my
Wow.
My parents were like, "This is awful," because it was awful.
Well, that's like a 7,000% hike.
It was
Yeah.
terrible, terrible. And that's why they're bad. They charge too much for the McChickens.
Dude, if you go anywhere down there, it's horrible. I remember, okay, this isn't part of the subject, so we're just going to keep on going with the Smithsonian. Bad Smithsonian?
What?
I was going to go on another tangent, but I stopped myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Smithsonian, the museum itself is fine. They have some good exhibits, and if you can go and you like that kind of stuff, sure, go. I'm all for educational stuff.
Museums are pretty good.
Well, but the problem with the Smithsonian is that
They hide everything.
they want to control the narrative.
Yes.
Like there are some things I promise you, this is gonna sound crazy, but you just can't trust that the Smithsonian has it. Like it is intentional narrative control.
Yes. If you think you know your history, wrong. The Smithsonian has controlled your history.
So it's cool to go see the artifacts, and in fact, some of the stuff you're being told is fine, like the more sciencey stuff. But once it becomes like the social agenda or like a certain skewing of history, I think this isn't unique to the Smithsonian. It's you just gotta be careful when people are teaching you or telling you about stuff. You have to pay attention if they're just telling you facts or if it's manipulation.
You know what's really dumb? There was a law passed that any museum that had Native American artifacts museums had
to that.
Oh, okay. Well, you want me to go ahead and tell it?
I'm going to get to that, but no, not right now because that's a focal point.
Okay.
But yes, it is absolutely dumb. And I told Vandy about it already.
Yeah, I just started stealing them.
But
just start
But I'm
stealing
gonna kind of
stuff.
start a little
Who started it?
more vague.
Your mom.
I'm gonna start a little more. No.
I tried to keep a straight face, Jeremy. I'm sorry.
Who started what?
The Smithsonian. James Smithson.
I don't remember.
You know what he said about it? He said something to the effect that he left a fortune in the United States and he was like, hey, everything used in with my fortune is to collect and for the accurate and complete diffusion of knowledge, like to keep it intact. So to see what it's turning into now is bad.
Yeah. So for over 100 years, they have it allegedly. I say allegedly. It's not alleged. We have documentation. We have proof. This is not alleged. Some of it might be, and I'll try to point out the stuff that's like, hey, this might be far-fetched or maybe stretched compared to what we know is true. But they've received things that or taken things that contradict mainstream versions of history.
Yeah.
And it either disappears or they don't know where it is or you can't look at it. Like that stuff just goes away. And then they start saying, if you say anything else about it, you're crazy. Let's just do that.
And they ruin people's careers.
Yes, and they ruin people's careers over it. So in the 1800s and early 1900s, there were over 1,000 reports of skeletons across the U.S. that were over 7 feet tall.
Yes.
Right? There were giants buried in Ohio.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Ohio, West Virginia, Iowa, Nevada, Alabama, and more. Right?
Much more.
Right? But like these are like the ones that were like really big and well known were the ones there.
There's literally
pretty much every state.
There's literally photos in the local newspapers that show these skeletons.
So you have to be careful with the photos, and I'm not saying this for you because I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at everything wrong.
But there are photos that are
fake,
that are fake, and not just like, oh, people can fake it. But there was a period where they were like
100%.
There was a contest to make stuff like that,
yeah.
And so some of that stuff that wasn't made nefariously, people saw, and it's like, oh, look at these giant bones, and then it got circulated. So not everything you see, obviously, and I mean, if you're on the internet, you should just know not everything you see.
Don't trust anything you see.
But
on the
but there
interwebs.
are some genuine pictures too, like you said in some newspapers back in the day, of them finding these bones of tall people. Excavations in 1912 and 1924 found over 10,000 artifacts, giant sandals that estimated for someone who was 8 to 9 feet tall, clothing that was way too big for normal people, reports of red-haired mummified remains with evidence of cannibalism and an extreme fire damage consistent with some Native American oral history. And the Smithsonian came in and said, oh, we'll take this, and then took the artifacts to the Smithsonian and had their experts look into it. And when people would later on say, hey, can we see the skeletons? Can we go over it? They were like, oh, we don't know where they are. Oh,
Conveniently misplaced.
oh
them.
yeah, we got them, but we don't know where they put them, or we don't have them at all. It
Dude,
never happened.
Like, if you're gonna lie to me, come up with a better lie. That's
And
so
so
stupid.
the Smithsonian started putting out articles and paying for articles to discredit and downplay any claims of giants. And now their official stance is there's never been any giants found in the U.S. Never. That's their stance.
Yeah.
In 1892, they found some stone coffins in Crump's Cave in Alabama.
Crump's Cave?
Yep. Do you know about this one?
No, I just thought you said Trump.
Yeah, they found some coffins in Trump's Cave over in Alabama. No,
Crump's Cave.
In Alabama. The coffins were 7 to 7.5 feet long. They were hollowed out and fitted with stone lids. And I saw pictures of these. They look like coffins.
Hmm.
And it was weird because this was found in Native American burial areas, but Native Americans didn't use coffins.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and the craftsmanship was not something that Native Americans in the region would have been doing or were known for. So Smithsonian came in and took the coffins,
Of course.
put it in their warehouse.
Do they just like hoard things?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
if so, like, let's say you're an archaeologist and you're like on the trail or a scientist or something, and you're like, okay, I need to study this. Is there like a whole process of just saying, hey,
Yes.
can I go study this?
Yeah, you.
And it's up to them whether it's yes or no.
My understanding is it's two things. One, it's to keep it safe while it's not on display, because they'll rotate
Right,
stuff out. So they got to
right.
put their displays are not out anywhere in a warehouse, and it keeps it safe. And they do cleaning on them when they're there typically, and they'll do maintenance kind of stuff,
Yeah.
or studies and stuff. But yeah, that's what I was about to say. People who are in the experts in the field can contact them and say, hey, I want to look at them.
Okay.
Set up stuff to go do that, because in 1950, Frederick Pohl, who was an investigator in research, contacted them and said, hey, I learned about these coffins you guys have. Can I come see them? And the Smithsonian said, yes, we have them, but we don't know where they are.
Clerical error.
Right, which is something I've said repeatedly, but that's what they have. Well, we got them, but we don't know. And then they never did any follow-up. They never got back to them with anything, never explained anything. They just said, oh, yeah, we received them, but where are they?
Insane.
So in 1992, someone else followed up, said, hey, I want to see them. And the Smithsonian didn't say their same lines this time. They said, oh, there are no coffins. We never received coffins. What we got were wooden troughs. What you're referring to are ancient or Native American wooden troughs. And the guy pushed back. He was like, first of all,
Like,
the Native Americans didn't even have wooden troughs.
yeah, like that doesn't make sense.
Second of all, the troughs don't have stone lids you put on them.
Yeah,
And
make that make sense.
And the Smithsonian basically went back to him and said, yeah, you can't see these. And said, we do have them, but they're in a warehouse that's contaminated with asbestos. We're cleaning it. And he said, well, how long will that take? And they said, at least 10 years.
It's been 10 years.
How can you just
That was in
put a
1992.
complete halt to somebody's work?
And they never got back. Dude never got to see him. And they just, no one's ever seen him.
Because they have power.
That's
why.
stupid.
If you have power, then, oh well. Sucks to be the little guy.
In 1909, I know Andrew likes this topic.
Bet.
The Grand Canyon.
Ooh.
The Egyptian.
There was never no Grand Canyon.
So the
This
Kincaid
is a large
expedition,
canyon.
where Kincaid was a guy, he found tunnels in the Grand Canyon with hieroglyphs resembling Egyptian scripts and copper and bronze weapons, and like a whole, it was like a living area.
Yeah.
Like it was a big thing, and he found mummies, and he actually took some stuff out of there to bring back with him, but obviously it was 1909, he couldn't take pictures, so he was just, describing it and said, hey, we got to get more people to do this, because this is big enough for like 50,000 people to live in for months. It's too big to explore by yourself, so by one person. So hey, let's come back and so the Smithsonian supposedly did a follow-up expedition. And then shortly after that, it was like, you can't go here anymore, and they closed it all off, and now you can't do that. And I was listening to the Y-Files talking about this.
Shout out.
Did you see his thing on it, Andrew?
I've listened to a lot of his episodes. I can't quite remember.
Called the
I think so.
Smithsonian. He called the Smithsonian, got put on hold. Got on after being on hold for a while. A lady got on there, they transferred him to. And he just mentioned the name, and she goes, let me stop you right there. There are no Egyptian stuff ever found,
dude,
in North America, not in the Grand Canyon or anywhere, and started just basically like shutting down everything before we even started, saying, nope, didn't happen, doesn't exist. That guy never existed. There's no record of him.
Forget storming
It's
the
all
Capitol.
fake.
Let's storm the Smithsonian.
And then he said, so I guess you don't want to talk about giants either. And she just said goodbye and hung up.
Yeah. Well,
They want that, like their official stance is never happened, and will not talk about it.
I get that, but at the same time, if you're that receptionist, the amount of people that have called you about that too.
She said she gets the call once or twice, and it's not a receptionist; it's someone they transfer them to.
Oh,
she's in a room by herself, and if that thing rings, say it didn't happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I know that they're covering everything up, like 100%. I'm not giving them any benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying, like, if it was a receptionist, but it's not. So continue.
And so I'm gonna kind of go over this quicker. The Smithsonian has taken an isolationism view on the Native Americans, meaning the tribes are relatively self-contained and didn't really branch out and communicate with anybody other than like maybe neighboring tribes they fought with, but like one tribe on the East Coast knew nothing of the West Coast.
Yeah.
And knew nothing of South America, knew nothing of anything across the ocean. That's the view that the Smithsonian has taken of history for them.
And that's false. I mean,
there's evidence has been presented that they did.
100%.
And they dismiss it and say no.
Well, look, here's the thing. Going back to the previous episode of the ancient cities around North America, if those cities were as large as the pictures were showing, they're sophisticated tribes.
Yeah.
Sophisticated cultures.
Yep.
And there's even a I didn't even bring this up during that episode, but there's a extremely long road that goes a couple 100 miles that there's still very few remnants of it that people are getting of LiDAR. It goes from one city to another. Extremely straight. And like I said, I believe it's like 150 miles long. And
like you have to have some sort of technology to do that. Or knowledge of how to build these things.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they were connected. I mean, they were connected. They fought all the time.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
All the time, but they knew about each other.
And they didn't just know about each other, but they knew about other nations.
They had to have.
They traded with. There's evidence, we don't know for fact, but there's a lot of evidence to suggest that they traded with other people from.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how to pronounce this correctly. It's the Akambaro artifacts. I know you know about them, even if you don't remember, because I heard about these.
Sounds good.
General
to me.
Akbar.
No.
Admiral.
There's 33,000, and I have a couple pictures in Discord that I'll put on. But there's 33,000 artifacts that they found where it was independently authenticated. It was properly dated by people studying it to be like 6,000 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's different races of people, there's figures of different races of people that, again, more evidence that they were interacting with people from overseas through some way or another. And it had them, like I said, ethnic diversity, advanced symbolism, and the best part is that there were a couple of dinosaurs with people riding on them.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The Smithsonian
The real Jurassic Park.
said, we'll look into it, and then immediately said, nope, these aren't real.
Yeah.
It's a hoax. And then they took all of them and said, it's ours now, threw it in storage, and said, no one's allowed to look at these ever again.
Correct.
Question for you. When you say they just took them, does that mean like they have federal backing or authority
Yes.
to just do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yes.
Because-
so
Which
stupid.
leads to what Andrew was trying to say is that there's a law that was passed or bill or whatever that says if anyone obtains and anyone at a level, federal or anything, obtains Native American artifacts, I don't remember if it's like you have to or if it's only if the tribes ask. I don't remember which way it goes. But if the tribes ask, or maybe even no matter what, you have to return it to them. You can't keep it, except the Smithsonian. It explicitly says the Smithsonian has the right to keep it regardless, but anybody else has to give it back to them.
Smithsonian bad.
Which is stupid. First of all, I think that rule is stupid at all. I think if you find artifacts that are 1,000 years old or even 500 years old and they belonged to a tribe, the tribe doesn't get to just say, that's mine, you can't have it. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like
It's yours.
I know. I think that it's like if people are doing not and people are trying to destroy it, whatever. But like if you're like, hey, we want to study it to learn more, they shouldn't be able to say, well, we want it, it's ours. It's like you have no claim to it.
Then you should have kept it.
But whatever, they want to do that. The fact that the Smithsonian gets a pass and can just keep these things, and that's what they do. That's what they keep doing is something comes up that is against the mainstream history, and they criticize it, get the media to criticize it, take it, and then say, oh, we never had it, or we don't know where it is.
Yeah, because they have federal backing, so they know everything, right?
And it's just like they're trying to control narrative instead of being the pursuit of knowledge. I don't necessarily think every single conspiracy thing we should believe. Right? Like, I don't think necessarily we should say, oh, people were actually riding dinosaurs back then, which is something people have come to the conclusion of. But it's like, let us study it.
There's evidence of oh man, I forgot exactly what year it was, but there's stories and depictions of a Chinese emperor having what they call dragons pulling his chariot, and along with Alexander the Great too. I believe it was Alexander the Great that saw that happening. It was I can't remember details.
So he immediately said, I got to conquer these people. They're going to get out of hand.
But there's historical records that suggest that there were, quote, dinosaurs
Yeah.
pulling around chariots for the wealthy and being a beast of burden also.
Do you think Noah used them?
Possibly. I mean, he had to have used...
I just imagine him riding some big old dinosaur.
What if that's how they did the pyramids?
Exactly. That
Well,
too.
I know for a fact.
Where's the bones?
That
Under
there
the
were
pyramids?
there were creatures. There was creatures that was alive during that time that are extinct
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Mammoths.
obvious, right? I mean,
Woolly.
there's creatures that were been extinct for 100 years now.
Yeah, saber-toothed tiger.
I mean, that's a fact. There were creatures that were very different than what we have today that have all been extinct and gone away. So what he used as a beast of burden during that time, I mean, the guess is as good as yours. My guess is good as yours. So, but I mean, there's other depictions also, like I believe it was a few cave drawings that had people riding triceratopses too, and not just the little figures carved out of stone. I mean, there's a lot more evidence of people interacting with dinosaurs
Yeah.
than people realize. And of course, there are some fake ones out there.
Yeah,
There are
obviously.
some
I mean,
fake ones, absolutely.
there's always people that are going to make hoaxes too, just to try to get some
Right.
sort of accolade to go along with
That'd be so
their
cool.
name.
I
But-
also think that some hoaxes are made intentionally to get found to discredit it.
Oh, yeah.
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 Not
That'd be-
dinosaurs specifically, but
Yeah. That'd be so cool to be the first guy come riding into the village with triceratops.
Well,
Look what I got, Andrew.
that's about all I have, though.
I mean, we could go in with.
There's a lot.
There's so much that has to do with the Smithsonian.
That's why I just kind of like.
So much.
I really wanted to focus in on the giants and Native
Do you-
American stuff the most, because that's in the Egyptian
Do we know like where
Thing.
they keep most of it?
warehouses.
Just
Like underground.
okay. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's there at the facility, but it's underground and archived.
Is it very much like a Indiana Jones type thing?
Yeah, and there, like he said, there are some warehouses too that they do
Yeah.
hold stuff that's bigger.
If you could go into any section of the Smithsonian, like of the warehouses, where it was labeled like Native American tribes,
I don't know
whatever.
if it's labeled, but
Well, I'm just saying, if B, what would you look for, or what would you go to?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Because I mean
Dinosaurs rode people.
that proves the young Earth theory also.
Yeah,
I mean, well, it doesn't prove it. I shouldn't say that.
leans
But it-
very heavily
But
toward.
it shows that the Earth's timeline isn't as what people say it is. That
yeah,
scientists say it is. Because, man, the Earth was made with age, along with Adam, along with the animals, along with the plants. It's made with age.
it had to be.
Now,
I think of it like this: when someone's writing a story, their world has a backstory.
yeah,
So you don't just
Sure.
say the world. Like you wrote a book last year, you don't say that world's 1 year old. No, that world is as ever long you said it is
Yeah.
in the backstory.
If you start the story and
world-
the kid's 10 years old,
the world has a backstory.
yeah.
Doesn't mean it's part of the story.
Not only
Right.
that, I mean, it's been proven too by coincidence that fossilization happens quicker than what scientists determined it to be. Like if you put an object in a cave and have the stalactite drip water on it, the mineral water, it can completely cover something in stone super quick,
Yeah.
like within like a couple years.
Even the carbon dating thing, it's like I've seen so many people come up and they'll take like a rock out of their backyard and say, how old is this rock? And they'll come, well, it's 15 million years old. And it's like, no. And they've even done that with diamonds. You know how we get lab made diamonds? Some of them come back, oh yeah, that's 5 million years old. And it's like, no, we made that.
Yeah. Well, they even took a chicken too that was dead. They literally killed a chicken fresh. They carbon dated it, came back as, I believe, 15,000 years or something like that.
Oh man, those rotisserie chickens are old.
Yeah. So there's scientific fact that that carbon does have an age.
Yeah.
Minerals do have half-lives and everything else. I mean, that's scientific fact. But if something's created with age, I mean, it's already gone through a cycle.
Right. It's already that age. Like he said, if the author writes the book and the person in it is 30 years old, they're made with the age already.
God didn't create Adam as an infant.
And the thing is,
Right.
the thing is with the backstory is the people who live in the world, to them, the backstory is real. So
Yeah.
to us, where we are,
Yeah.
it's like that doesn't make it less real per se, but it just means it didn't start there though.
Right. It's
Hard.
real.
It's hard to think of it that way because like nobody realistically looks at the world as a story, but it could be.
Most definitely.
Now, I don't believe that the Earth had fossils inside of its crust when God created the Earth. I don't believe that. But I do believe that everything else, all the minerals, all the carbon,
Yeah.
everything that has a half-life that they determine age with was made with age. And that's what I believe. But I mean, again, they say that it takes millions of years to fossilize bone. Well, they've found dinosaurs with skin, with tissue, with flexible tissue, by the way. And for that to survive millions of years, 60 million years.
You know what can survive millions of years?
Honey.
These tinfoil questions.
Ooh.
Wow. You're doing the ad reads when we get them.
Does tinfoil have a half-life? Have a half-life?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so anyway.
Yeah. How many people do you think are going to disagree with our hot take?
I don't know. Until the day we get to heaven and ask, that's when we'll know for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I view it.
We could keep on talking about this, but we really do need to go.
All right. We are going to go into tinfoil or truth. If you guys don't know how to play it, I give 2 headlines. You choose which one is the truth and which one is the tinfoil, and you see which ones you get right, see which ones you get wrong, and let's just jump into it.
Play along in the comments down below.
Yes, we do have a player.
Tell us how you did.
No, you got to get that whistle.
First headline is Allegiant announces it will acquire Sun Country Airlines in a deal valued around $1.5 billion in, quote, to study the atmosphere.
I've never heard of that airline.
Good.
Not Delta or whatever you said. The
Sun Country Airlines?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
So $1.2 billion deal?
$1.5 billion to study,
The
quote, the atmosphere. Probably studying the plasmoids.
Yeah.
The plasboys.
The plasmoids.
Everything comes back to the plasboys.
The second headline is a Swiss canton votes to make silence a paid public utility, charging households by the decibel level.
That better be tinfoil. That better be tinfoil. I'm gonna raise some cane.
Canton. I think that's like their government, sector of their government. So if you're too loud after a certain point, we're charging you.
I think that's true. I'm going to go tinfoil true.
I'm going to say true tinfoil because
it is true tinfoil. Allegiant did acquire.
They need to charge.
Oh, dude.
I already
Jeremy for mayor.
I already got problem with city ordinances.
Why?
HOAs and all kinds of crap.
When I looked into
more freedom.
When I looked into the Allegiant thing, they are going up with cameras mounted all over the planes. For what, they won't say, but I think it's the plasmoids.
Yeah.
Not just to look at space. We already have satellites and stuff for that.
Well, wait. How good are these cameras? Because it could be they're just like, these guys are using the terrible cameras. we're gonna use good ones.
They're going up and say, we need grainy video of plasmoids. No, they look like, from what I saw on the pictures, it looked like basically what you'd see like in an NFL thing where like you could move them slightly back and forth, but I don't know the quality. I hope it's not grainy though.
Me too. It's always like we're gonna go up and film, and then you pick the worst camera.
So how many planes does this airline have?
I don't know, but I don't know the exact number, but I think it's near 100-ish.
Yeah,
like it's enough to be like, okay, we have a fleet.
Yeah,
obviously.
I was going to say because 1.5 billion. I mean, that's quite a bit of money.
Oh yeah.
It's chump change.
Not in today's world.
Yeah.
All right, here's the second two. Hopefully you guys are into sports.
Nope.
Okay, this might be a toss-up. The NBA announces a 5-point shot experiment for the 2026 playoffs.
I'm not into sports, but that's
You're
stupid.
gonna get guys just heaving from
the other basket.
You think
from the other basket?
You think-
you have to be under the basket. It has to go up through your.
Hey, we're down by 4, coach. Let me do it.
That'd be worth 5 right there.
Yeah.
2 is because it goes through your basket.
You think DraftKings is bad now? Wait till that comes.
Yeah.
The second headline is FDA approves, I'm going to butcher this name, Zycubo. It is some sort of a copper derivative as the first U.S. treatment likely to cure Parkinson's.
I'm going to say tinfoil true because I don't want the 5-point shot. I don't want it to be true, so I refuse.
You know, with how ridiculous NBA has become, and I don't even watch sports, but from what I hear people talk about, I'm going to say it's true tinfoil.
It is true tinfoil again.
I did not want it to be true. I had a feeling it probably was, but I don't want it.
I think it has become like a soccer match now from the few clips that I see.
Yeah. All right, here you go. This is kind of going back to archaeology. In fact, it is. Archaeologists confirmed a microchip-like device embedded in a Roman coin found in a museum drawer. Second one is the U.S. Senate committee postpones debate on a major crypto regulatory bill after new opposition that we are all based on cryptocurrency.
Tinfoil true. I'm just going to keep saying tinfoil true.
Tinfoil true.
You're right. Tinfoil true.
Had to be right eventually. You wouldn't do true tinfoil 5.
Yeah.
Don't put it past me. Now, here we go. The White House mandates an AI driver's license for anyone using chatbots more than 1 hour a week.
Well, hold up. Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait
The
a
White
minute.
House is demanding an AI driver's license?
Yes. If you
For
use
anybody that's using a chat bot
yeah,
for more than 1 hour a day.
hour a week.
Tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
Move on.
That can't be true.
Trump would never.
That
And
can't be
the other
true.
one is Reuters reports Trump said he would sign an executive order aimed at curbing or preempting state AI laws.
True.
True. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one's
you
true.
guys are right. Moving on. NASA releases data showing 2025 was cooler than 2024.
Cooler meaning like
Globally, the temperature dropped.
2025 was neat, y'all.
This is way hotter. Okay. Or B is Wikipedia announces a new $4.99 a month subscription to view, quote, real articles with free previews only.
Tinfoil true.
I
Wikipedia would do
almost
something
said
like that.
tinfoil. I would almost say tinfoil true, but I don't think they would say real.
You get to read the real
'Cause
stuff
they're-
for a payment.
I'm gonna say true tinfoil because if they are saying that, that surprises me because they're so full of themselves. They wouldn't even make jokes pretending like their stuff's not real.
Yeah, you can't get Wikipedia for $4.99 for the pro version.
Oh.
Don't trust anything on Wikipedia. That's what I learned, at least on one of my college
so
exams.
It's true tinfoil.
Yeah.
So I was wrong.
Like I can see them charging, and like I said, I almost was going to say true to that one until you said that. I'm like, no, they're too
You
full.
can find out the truth
They're
if you
just-
subscribe.
They would never even joke.
Stupid.
They would never even joke and imply that they weren't real.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Every time that I click on Wikipedia, they're always begging for money.
Yeah,
like
yes,
some
yes, yes,
hobo
yes.
on the side of the
Yes.
road.
Yeah, we're gonna go out of business, and it's up to you. It's like, or here's the thing:
They're turning into K-Love over here.
be good.
Yeah.
People would actually pay money if you were reliable, but you're not reliable because you're
Exactly, because you let any Joe Blow just type in whatever.
except on the stuff that they want to have narrative control. Then
Exactly.
Then they lock it down, and you can only say it if you agree with him.
Yeah.
There's only a
When I
like
was-
button, not a dislike button.
When I was in high school, I edited a Wikipedia page of Cloud Strife from
Klaus Schwab.
Final Fantasy VII. I duplicated it and then just did like Control F and replaced the name Cloud with my at that time online username. And it stayed up for like 3 days and then it got deleted.
Seems like a classic high schooler move.
Good thing we don't have a Wikipedia.
No.
We could.
Maybe.
No.
Anyone want to make one?
I'll look up what.
Dude, you have powers and you're abusing them because you know what's going to happen.
I don't know if it will, but it'd be funny if it did.
Well,
Is that the last question?
Yeah, that was the last question.
what is this? What is this woman that we are reading about?
So-
Is Dale a woman?
Is Dale?
Isdal.
Is Dale a woman?
Is Dale seasonings good?
Yeah,
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
So I took a break in this afternoon. I was doing a little bit of research, putting my antennas up, and I came across this case. This is just as a disclaimer. Young children, go ask your parents because some of this is a little bit graphic. Do you guys know anything about it? Isdale?
I've never
I have
heard of it.
never heard this.
So it's in Norway, but everybody, we don't know.
It's a woman.
We assumed. No, it was a woman. The case is kind of still open, but not really open. It's one of those ones where they're like, oh, well, maybe it's something or maybe it's not. But on November 29th, 1970, a man and his two daughters go hiking in Isdal, and they were in a place called the Ice Valley, and it's sort of remote. It's in Norway. They're just hiking. Normal family outing. All of a sudden, one of the daughters says, "What's that doll doing over there?"
Creepy.
The dad looks over. It's a woman wedged between two rocks.
Oh no.
Yeah. He immediately is
How old is it? Is his daughter?
we're talking like 5-6 years old.
Okay.
Enough to like remember this for the rest of their life. Probably. He's like, we got to get out of here. He calls the cops. They get out of there. The cops go. They show up. The woman is burnt to a crisp.
Golly.
At the site, they find a watch, some jewelry, some glass bottles like from a soda or something like that, and some other stuff that was just sort of around. They start examining. They say, okay, we need an actual detective. So the cops show up. They call a detective out. The detective starts examining, and the first thing he points out is he says, the front of her is burnt. The back of her is not. This is
Ooh.
weird.
Ooh.
So he starts looking.
Okay, I would hate to be a detective.
Dude,
I couldn't deal with something.
some
like
of this stuff
Why?
is...
seeing a crisp person, a person burnt to a crisp. I couldn't do that.
So if you don't know what happens when
The
somebody is...
smell. Think
Yeah.
of the smell.
Just get COVID.
Oof. If you don't know what happens when they get burned really bad, their body goes into, they call it a boxer position.
Oof.
Basically like this. So
Yeah.
just picture a boxer if you're listening.
Because the ligaments and the
Yeah.
muscles contract.
Yeah. They contract, make up fists, put them in front of you. The detective is like, okay, I got to figure out what's going on here because it looks like she was very recent, like still smelling bad, obviously.
It's rough.
As he's examining her, all of the tags of her clothing, you know how you have a little label in the back that tells you the brand and all that was torn off.
Okay. I do that.
We found
him.
You go around tearing off burnt women's tags?
No, I tear my clothes tags off.
Are you a burnt woman?
Oh.
Yeah. And don't you ever say I did.
Yay. Oh my. But everything was rubbed off or torn off. They find the bottles next to her. All the labels are rubbed off. And they say, okay.
Do you do that too?
Maybe.
You're
Don't
weird.
judge me.
You're very weird.
I don't want to know what
brand you're drinking?
Yeah.
Or others to know?
Blind taste test, brother.
Find out if you have COVID. It's Pepsi. Nope. RC.
And a moon pie.
So the detective figures that out, and he starts looking around the crime area. Like I said, she was wedged between two rocks. When he showed up, he also saw that the watch and the jewelry were placed like in a little display next to her. And everybody was like, what in the world? Because when you set somebody on fire, all of them goes up. And they did find traces of gas or petrol, depending on where you're from, around her. But how would it only burn the front of her and not the back of her?
The rocks, duh.
So they end up taking her body, getting her to a corner, trying to figure out who she was, what she was doing there. They find out that when they do the autopsy, in her stomach is sleeping pills. And like a lot of them. They said between 50 and 70. Like a lot of sleeping pills. They continue doing the autopsy. They examine her lungs.
There's sleeping pills in there too?
No. They find out that there's
naproxen sodium.
No, there's different
Naproxen.
damage when you it's not like smoking damage. There's different damage when you breathe in like lit gasoline. And they were able to find out that she was alive during the time and was breathing it in. So the pills hadn't killed her yet. She was probably just out cold.
Well, at least she was knocked out.
Yeah. So they were instantly like, okay, we're not going to let the public know because we don't even know who this woman is. They couldn't tell. Her face was just too far gone.
What year was this again?
1970.
So they didn't have DNA testing then.
They were trying to figure it out. All that leads to them just being like, we don't know. Like, we don't know why the watch and the jewelry is up here. We don't know why the bottles are here. We don't know why everything is being, taken off of the clothing for brands just being, whatever. We don't know why. Well, a few days later, this is one interesting thing. They were able to get some partial fingerprints off of her, even though she was still burnt up. I guess her seizing up kind of shielded them. A few days later, the police are called to a luggage area on the railway station that's like, give or take 20 or 30 minutes away.
Do they know how long she was there?
They estimated that it was within 24 to 48 hours based on the decay.
Yeah.
And that's just what they thought. So a few days later, the police get a call because in Europe, if you leave a bag, they treat it like the airport. Like, hey, call somebody. We don't know what this is. They show up immediately. They start doing their normal thing, dusting for fingerprints, trying to figure out whose it is. The fingerprints come up to match hers, but those suitcases were not there until some random person just dropped them off. And back then they didn't have great cameras. They just see a guy walking with it, dropping it off. He had a glove on and just leaving. Don't know really who he is. They opened it up. Inside they find wigs, more clothing with tags cut off, different currencies and different coins. So from like all these different countries, and glasses. And then they find a notepad filled with coded writing. And only her fingerprints are recognizable on the thing.
A bit more complicated than Cicada 3301.
I guess this one's real stakes here. So they start taking it to a cryptographer, looking, being like, "Can you decode this? What is this all about?" They figure out that it was functional, and written in it, as far as they could tell, was a bunch of dates, places she's traveled, sort of like an itinerary of what she had done, assuming this is hers. And once they finally cracked it, they got a pattern that started coming through, and it showed that she had extensively traveled through Norway, through big cities, through smaller cities, and going through like the major European stops. But they still couldn't figure out who she was, where she was from. They did figure from her teeth.
Greenland.
No. They figured from her teeth. I don't know how they did this. For the life of me, I could not figure out how they did this. They figured that she was from Germany.
I know, obviously, a way to find who somebody was through dental records.
Yeah.
I know that. That the majority of everybody knows that.
Yeah.
How they can figure out what country you're from? Odd.
I have no idea. So
I mean, you can't tell if someone's British from their teeth. So
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's not a lie.
so it's not that hard to believe.
man, Germans don't have that, so it must be from Germany. So they go through the luggage again.
The dirtier, the better. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
You don't? Oh man, it's the Levin chick off of Stranger Things,
Yeah.
and she's holding a carrot, and she goes, "The dirtier, the better." I always say, and she does this real big smile, and then the internet's comparing her to the claymation character, the guy with the dog that loves cheese. Something and Gromit.
Wallace
and Gromit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're comparing her.
Gromit.
They put that guy's face up there, and it's like uncanny. I mean, it's like uncanny.
No idea.
Oh, it's so funny. To get back on track,
They start going through the luggage again. They find a bag from a shoe store, and I'm going to butcher this name, from a town in Stavanger. Don't
Germany.
know. Sort of.
Okay.
The witnesses, they go to the store and they're like, "Hey, has a woman with this bag, because it was an expensive bag, has she come through here?" And the workers are like, "Yeah, she came through here. She was very well dressed. She had very poor English though, and she sounded German or she spoke German and Flemish." So everybody's thinking,
Flemish.
yeah, that's some German dialect or something.
Huh.
I don't know.
Never heard that before.
What, Flemish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the police begin
Weird.
like creating the case for her. The police eventually trace her to hotels where she had come in. And they are like, "Okay, why is she going to every city, just staying there, has no business there other than sitting in hotels for some reason?" Obviously, they have records of her checking in. She checked in under multiple different names, they found out, with different passports. She has all this money from different countries, and she is going all over Norway for whatever reason. Everybody on the side of the detectives and everybody working the case eventually find out that she had 8 identities.
Nice.
Like, she literally had stashes of different things at different hotels.
I wish I had multiple identities. Get away from the government. Clip that. I want them to hear.
Get this.
I will not. I'll keep it out. I'm censoring you.
I quit.
All of them turn out to be fake. All of them turn out to not be real people. So she never used her real name.
Well, yeah, of course they'd all be fake if it was fake identity.
It'd be even better if they were real, but they were obviously not her.
Just like stolen identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even to this day, nobody can figure out her name. No relatives have ever come forward looking for her. Nothing has ever come forward. Now, with more recent...
That sounds like the way I want to be.
it-
Government doesn't know who I am.
And your family doesn't care about you?
Yes.
Wow.
Man, that's messed up. So everybody's thinking, you know, she's obviously a spy.
Yep.
That's where everybody goes to. She's a spy. She got caught by somebody or tried to get out of being a spy,
Yeah.
and she got basically.
Yep.
So now in more recent times, they, I guess for whatever reason, kept her teeth. And they,
Well, I mean, that's the only way that they knew
yeah.
how to find her.
And they're currently doing more tests on it to figure out what and who she was. I don't know what they can gain.
Well, I can tell you what she was. She was a person.
Hopefully.
Maybe she was a
Lizard.
lizard
Yeah.
person.
But
Still a person, just a lizard person.
with the multiple identities and all that stuff, everybody's saying this is Cold War. Cold War espionage. She was,
Yeah. I mean, it was like right in the height of
yeah, she's
Cold War. 70s.
she's out there. For some reason, the top set of teeth have been misplaced, or so they say.
Of course. And that sounds like another case of
The Smithsonian. Oh,
This is from who?
spy v spy, black versus
The
white.
Smithsonian.
but I sort of like these mysteries. Not that I like what happened to her. Obviously, that's a horrible way to go. But
At least she was knocked out first, supposedly.
that we know of, yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. I would hate to go out that way. Obviously, burning is horrible.
It is the most painful way to die.
You think so?
It is the most. It's scientifically proven
Huh.
because you feel everything.
So my last question for you guys is, if you are a spy,
Yeah.
how would you keep from this happening to you? That's a horrible way to say a question. How would you keep? Would you off yourself?
Mm,
I would. I don't think I could. Maybe I mean,
how would I keep that from happening?
yeah.
Well, it sounds like either
Because I think she was a spy.
either
personally.
she took the pills or she was force fed the pills. One of the two. There's only two options
Yeah.
how those pills got there.
Well,
What's the third,
Well-
Jeremy?
there's infinite possibility.
in infinite realities.
Okay, so you're
I
telling
actually-
me.
I actually had
So you're
something.
telling me she laid there with her mouth open, and
No,
a
no.
mouse brought one pill
70
possible.
pills.
into
Like,
her
Possible.
stomach.
It's possible. No, I actually was going to say something, but then I was like, that's kind of like the first thing you said, so whatever. Which is, she took it, but she didn't realize she was.
yeah. I think the crazy thing is somewhere at some point somebody knows her real name. They're probably dead by now. But
Probably.
Well, if it was 1970, if
Yeah.
they were a full grown adult,
Yeah.
30 years
they're
old.
probably gone. Maybe. Maybe
Nah.
not. Maybe Hitler's living in Argentina.
No, he's dead.
Maybe.
Hitler.
No, he's dead.
I don't know. He had a lot of occult stuff, man.
He's dead.
Maybe. Possibly. Most likely. Yeah, he is. Anyway, I liked that case because I like stuff that's still a mystery that we haven't figured out, knowing that somebody somewhere knows it, but the rest of us don't. And it's like a scavenger hunt.
How did she not burn in the back?
That's the mystery. They don't know.
So how charred was she?
They
That's
could
pretty
not
graphic.
tell her face. Like, they could not
So
get a
it's-
facial recognition on her.
Pretty charred,
Yeah.
pretty black.
Very much like the one guy.
So if her back wasn't burnt, she still had the back side of her clothes left.
yeah. That's
it
how
was
they.
a very hot, intense,
Yes.
quick fire.
But it's weird because they did find gasoline around her.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody wanted her to burn and she just didn't for some reason.
Okay, so when you said that her body was wedged in between two rocks.
Yeah. Like somebody threw her in between two rocks.
Okay, so her side was wedged in, right? It wasn't like her back was facing the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like if two rocks were here, kind of just squeeze.
Yeah. It wasn't a long fire because if it was a long fire, the clothes would be gone.
Right.
Her back would be more burnt than what it is.
Yeah.
So it was a very intense.
Yeah, it had to be like an
quick fire.
intense flash fire,
Yeah.
almost.
Somebody said it could have been a case of where just to get her unrecognizable, you know, those blow torches that are hooked up to like a propane tank.
Yeah.
Use that just to get rid of the face and then just dipped out of there. But
I mean, if she was thrown in the crack and the crevice of the rock and there was still clothes attached to her, then either the clothes were melted to her, depending on what
Yeah.
the clothes were made out of, nylon or something, or cotton
something,
or
yeah,
wool or
something like
whatever.
that. Which that happens to a lot of burn victims.
Yeah. Or there was some remnant of a sleeve or something, or a pant leg that was able to keep it attached.
Right.
I mean, gasoline, yes, gasoline is very, very flammable, obviously, but it's not hot enough,
Right.
and it's not intense enough.
Right.
It will burn very quickly, though, but it's not hot enough. So, geez, I mean,
It's just a weird case.
the propane torch makes sense.
And they had those back then. It's old tech.
But at the same time, if you're hiking out in the woods,
Yeah.
you're lugging a body,
Yeah.
and
Either you lug them up there or you force them up there.
or you burn them beforehand, and then you bring them up there.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this place, it was like a hike. We're talking like 2-3 miles in. It wasn't
Yeah.
like something, just walk out in the woods.
So it was more than likely done there, where whatever it was done there.
That's what I think.
They could have even met up there. Didn't have to carry her. Maybe met
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. That's why I think it's the whole spy thing, just because of the currencies, all that stuff, or it's a professional hitman that just throws random clues that lead to nothing, red herrings.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, the
Well,
blowtorch
I don't
thing
know
makes
how
the
you'd
most
red
sense.
herring her personally going to places with different names.
Yeah. Stop poking holes in my ideas. She's a spy. That's all I think.
Well, just him and called her up and said, "Listen, I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am, but I need you to go to these places and don't use your real name.
Yeah.
Thank
Don't
you.
you ever say I did.
Thank you and goodbye. I'll meet you up on this mountain in 10 days after you do all that."
Yeah. But
That's crazy.
It was a hitman. We proved it.
a lot of weird stuff happened during the Cold War. A lot of weird stuff happening right now.
True.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. That's all I got for you guys, though. We can cut this, Jeremy, if you want to.
Retarded.
But
Oh,
if,
yeah, I'll cut that. Thanks for.
if you guys have a subject that you would like us to cover or cryptid or something, because I kind of want to get back into the cryptids personally.
Yeah.
Well, put it down in the comments.
Why would I cut that?
Would the plasmoid
I don't know.
be
It's your
considered?
podcast.
Would a plasmoid be considered a cryptid?
Yeah.
Borderline. I'd say it kid fit, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something.
I like the cryptids, but I feel like that's just more y'all's thing than mine. So I tend to let y'all have it more often than me.
Well, if you guys have something that is like, because I want to get into like local stuff.
No,
Sure.
absolutely.
Not local here, but like if you have something from a specific area, I want to hear about it so that I can do research, or one of us can do research on it, and then we just bring what we have found and what people think and have seen and heard.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have stuff y'all want, comment down below, and you can even comment if there's one of us you'd like to be the one to cover it. Doesn't guarantee it will be that person, but
Yeah, exactly.
and especially if the same person keeps getting asked for.
Sounds like a problem I don't have.
I definitely don't have that problem.
I don't know. You got a shout out.
I don't care.
What did he say? Andrew Loki something. That's all I remember.
Mick has good takes.
Yes. Yeah. So keep bringing your takes. Anywho, I think that's going to do it for us.
Oh, Spotify.
Thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this on YouTube, we also have a Spotify and an Apple podcast. So take us on the go and listen to us there. It's pretty cool. It's Spotify.
Score in 2025.
What? Yeah. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and also YouTube. And have a good day.
Peace.
Bye.